Hello, hi, my name is MomoMorgana, and welcome back, or welcome to Medieval-ifying the Sims 4 Townies, where I take iconic Sims Townies and give them a medieval makeover. This time around, we're doing the Munch family from Widenburg. I think this is my first Widenburg family of this series, yeah. But I once again forgot that this family even existed, but thanks to the lovely Calypso by the Sea in the previous episode in the comments section, gave me this recommendation, and then I looked at them and I was like, wow, I literally knew nothing about this family because this entire time I thought that Gunther and Mila were married. So that's bad on me. But Mila is a single mother. She has 3 sons. Gunther, who is a young adult, Wolfgang, who I did know, and he's a teenager, and Lucas, who I also knew, who was a child. Now, of course, in the actual, I guess, Sims 4 lore, Mila is a single mother. She wants Gunther to move out, apparently, and she's just, you know, she works as a chef and she's struggling to take, not struggling, but she's juggling 3 boys on her own, right? Now, their medieval counterpart is kind of similar, but a little bit different. So let's just get right into it. This time around, Mila is a widow. Her husband passed away a little while back, around the time her eldest son Gunther was inching into his teen years. And her husband was a pretty wealthy man, so she had been living pretty luxuriously, honestly. Her and the children were living relatively luxuriously, but she wasn't working, you know, being a woman and all. And her children were children and not necessarily peasants, so they didn't have to like go do as much work for the family as like a typical peasant household would have to. But with her husband's death came a really big change in dynamic. So Gunther actually had enough money to go pursue an apprenticeship. He chose like an art and writing apprenticeship, like literature, and he finished it and all that. He's got a job, but it's not the best paying job in the world. He's kind of seen as like a clumsy local fool and not taken very seriously, which means that his works also aren't really being taken seriously. And that's just causing a lot more of a struggle in his family dynamic and what he is able to do job-wise, right? And how much money he gets. But he's just sticking to that path and hoping for the best. But hoping for the best is not helping his mother pay the bills, or the taxes, I should say. It's not helping pay the taxes. It's not making it easier to put food on the table. And the money in the family that the husband left behind is running out. Technically, it's Gunther's money, considering he's the eldest male. But, you know, considering he's not making the best of decisions at the moment, or at least decisions that concern the family, he's making pretty selfish decisions. Being the man of the house, I think that Mila has a lot more influence over him, or over the money, I should say. As for Wolfgang, he didn't follow that path at all. No one knows what happened to the guy, but he completely turned out to just be mean-spirited and a complete degenerate. So he actually has gotten involved in like the local gang kind of piratey people. Got involved with them pretty heavy, so he's usually you know, his mom gets on him all the time for like pickpocketing, going to the tavern, just overall being like a bad person, being mean to his siblings, especially his younger brother, and just making life overall rather difficult for everyone around him. Yes, I know he's iconic and blonde, has like that beach blonde hair, but I think that's dyed because his character apparently has jet black hair. I'm not sure if it's the eyebrows are black and dyed or if his hair was dyed, but I just went with black hair. Yeah, it's it's very strange, but I feel like it kind of suited him in a way. But anyways, he just gets up to all types of trouble around the village, and Mila is so worried that one day he's going to get, you know, if not murdered in the streets, sliced and diced and all that, then he's going to end up in prison, you know, or executed, or, you know, like some other form of medieval crime, you know, so, or medieval punishment for crimes. He's just going to get into so much trouble, but he is on the verge of joining a pirate crew. I'm not sure if that crew is going to be successful or not, but he and his buddies are planning on getting on a ship, joining a crew, and just living that type of life. I don't know if it'll fit him in the end, but that's the path he's headed down, and Mila can't do anything but watch at this point. Now, Mila's baby, canonically and according to my medieval lore, is Lucas. He honestly knows the least about what it's like to be rich because he was, you know, when his father died and an income stopped coming in, he was so young. So he doesn't really remember it. So he was raised almost peasant-like. So when the family's money was lost, Mila, in order to save the last little bit of money they had and to pay for apprenticeships if possible so that her sons could go off and get more jobs and everything, or better jobs, I should say, she started living not completely like a peasant, but a lot more under their means, or I guess their actual means, in order to save money while they bring in little income. But he has, the little boy, Lucas, he has peasant friends around the village that he likes to play with. He loves the outdoors, so he's always helping his mother out in the garden and taking care of the chickens and the cows, and he's super hardworking. His mother thinks that he'd actually make a really good knight, but they do not have the funds to pay for that type of training unless someone is willing to take him in as an apprentice, like for free, and they wouldn't have to like come out of pocket for anything like that. Honestly, she has a little bit more money in her back pocket, considering her middle son isn't really doing an apprenticeship. He's not doing any studies or anything like that. But knowing Wolfgang, he'd probably take some of the money when he leaves. So who knows how much is going to be left with his family, if they have anything. She's also really pushing for Gunther to go ahead and get married. And you know, especially if he gets married to someone who's widowed or doesn't have any brothers or a father, then whatever that woman has attached to her name automatically goes to this family. You know, Gunther can be foolish if he likes. She, at this point, is caring about her future, you know, when she's old and too old and tired to really do much. And Lucas's future, because, you know, his older brothers can squander something, but he never even got the chance to have it to begin with. Right? He'd make an excellent farmer, don't get me wrong, but he should live a life more than just a serf. He was born into wealth, and he should have that opportunity to at least get proper schooling and stuff like that. So that's the Munch household. Mila wants Gunther, her foolish eldest son, to get it together, at least get married or something like that. Just do something. Wolfgang is a criminal, apparently, and Lucas is just a happy-go-lucky little kid who's just making the best of his situation. So hopefully everything works out for this family. Honestly, this lore was really fun. I learned a lot more about this household and a lot more about their genetics. I don't think I ever looked at them too closely. And now that I did, yeah, my stance from a few episodes ago that original Townies from like the first few packs are pretty strange. Besides like a few families, they did some strange choices with their genetics. But thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to see more medieval content, I have an Ultimate Decades Challenge, which will be linked in the description below and at the end of this video, and more medieval makeovers. So I hope you enjoy. Let me know what makeovers you want to see next down in the comments. Bye!